Hello, my dear students. It's Naik's Biology, and I'm Hemant Naik, your biology teacher. Today, we are going to start about the very important concept that is fertilization and implementation. And this lecture is for class 10 students. Let's start because if you will go to the 12th class now, the similar concepts are there. If you are clear on the 10th class, then there is no difficulty at all in the 12th class because same concept, somewhat more information. That's it. Then starts fertilization. Fertilization means what? It is a fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete. Male gamete what? It is a haploid. Female gamete what? It is a haploid. When they will fuse to form a zygote, that is called diploid. When the diploid zygote will develop, then it will form say embryo. After that, a fetus. In our case, we are not studying about the plant. That's why at last we having the fetus, well developed fetus, which will delivery and we become get a baby child. Let's start fertilization. It is a female reproductive system which is present in the girls or women. This female reproductive system, what are the main parts of the female reproductive system? First we will discuss. It is a first part is it is a vagina. The vagina is a opening in the female reproductive tract from where the sperm will enter during the sexual intercourse or sexual activities. After that, it will move a small opening that is called the cervix. The cervix is a nothing but a opening. That's it. After that, the sperm will move in the female reproductive system. The most important part in the female reproductive system is uterus. It is a bag-like structure and strongly covered with the wall, uterine wall, we can say. This is the uterus, a small bag-like structure. After that, we having the this side and this side, we having the fallopian tubes. These two structure is fallopian tubes, which is attached with the ovary. Two ovaries also there. So, what are the main important parts we discussed? Vagina, cervix, uterus, fallopian tube, and ovary. These are the most important parts of the female reproductive system. When the sperm will go, it will enter to the vagina, cross the cervix, go through the uterus. I make the dots now. After that, it will reach to the fallopian tube. At that time, the egg will release an ovary. From the ovary, egg will release. This ovary, when the egg will release, that is called the ovulated egg, means the egg is released from the ovary. When the egg will release, you see, monthly one egg is released from the female. Whereas in case of the male, the millions of egg will sperm will produce in a single ejaculation. I am telling you, in a single ejaculation, million of sperms will released from a man, but in a woman, only a single egg is produced in a month. In a month, only one egg is produced. Here the sperm will go because million of sperm will go. At last, one sperm will reach to here, fallopian tube. At that time, the egg will come outside from the ovary and the fusion will form with the egg. Fusion will take place. It forms the zygote. This zygote is formed where in the fallopian tube. How the sperm of the male partner fuse with the egg of the female partner, then the zygote is formed. After the formation of zygote, what will happen? Because everything is growing. Maybe it is a fruit or maybe it is a zygote. How they will grow? They will follow that simple division of mitosis. Then from one cell they will convert into the two cell. From the two cell it is four cell. From the four cell it is eight cell. Like that, the number of the cells become increased. When the number of the cells become increased, at last they will get a structure that is called embryo. That means zygote continuously division to form the embryo. At the time of formation of embryo, it will come down from the fallopian tube to come to uterus. When the in the uterus, what happened? It will attach to the wall of the uterus because uterus having three membranes. The inner membrane is called the endometrium. What is this called? Endometrium. This inner wall, it will attach? The embryo will attach to the endometrium. After that, what will happen? Because before that, the uterus get ready. Because suppose you are going to the school, what you will do? We will keep the shoes, we will make the dress, you have to keep the bags, pen, pencil, eraser, tiffin, and water bottle, everything your parents know like that in our body. Simple what happened? When the uterus ready for receive the embryo. If you will not ready, how the embryo will develop? That's why before the coming of the embryo, the uterus will get ready to receive the embryo. After the receive the embryo, a small cells will develop. Here you see in this diagram, you become clear. In this diagram, the cells will develop, that is called the placenta. What is that called? A placenta. And embryo gets the nutrition from the maternal blood. Nutrition, carbon dioxide releasing, oxygen coming inside, waste, everything it is transported by the placenta. Where it is, here it will develop. In this diagram, it is here I mentioned. After that, what will happen? The embryo will slowly develop. You see, here it is very small embryo now. Here placenta, how see? The placenta will full developed. After the placenta having the blood vessels also, like the artery, vein, all these things are there. This makes a rope-like structure, and this rope-like structure is called umbilical cord. You are getting confusion. I know you become getting confusion. You see, embryo is multicellular only, and it will attach the, here one cell will develop, that is called the placenta, or that placenta helps to the embryo for transporting everything. When this embryo will develop, it will come to a structure called fetus. At that time, what happened? The blood vessels of the fetus will make a rope like structure. The blood vessels of the fetus containing a long rope-like structure, that is called the umbilical cord. This umbilical cord connected to the placenta. Then now I will tell you, listen. Mother's body connected to the placenta, mother's uterus connected to the placenta, placenta connected to the umbilical cord connected to the fetus. If I will come to the through the fetus having the umbilical cord which is connected to the placenta, and the placenta is connected to the uterus. Through the umbilical cord, all this umbilical and placenta, all these movements will be occur between the mother and the developing fetus. After the delivery, after 9 months, the fetus will completely develop. After delivery, the fetus will come outside. Immediately, what they are doing, they will cut this umbilical, they will cut both the sides and they will throw it. After that, we become, because we having the mark here due to the, because the umbilical cord is connected, not placenta. Placenta is different than the umbilical, don't forget. Because most of the students getting confusion between the placenta and the umbilical. Placenta is connected to the uterus, umbilical cord connected to the fetus. Umbilical cord, fetus is not directly connected to the uterus, it will connected to the umbilical cord, and umbilical connected to the placenta. I hope you are clear difference between the umbilical cord and placenta. After that, the delivery is occurred. Then what is our today fertilization? What is the implantation? Implantation means when the embryo will attach to here, when the embryo will attach to the wall of the uterus, that is called implantation. What is the fertilization? Fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete to form the zygote is called the fertilization. Clear everyone? Now, what you understand from today's lesson? We understand that the sperm will enter through the vagina, cross the cervix, then move to the uterus. After the uterus, it will go to the fallopian tube. After the fallopian tube, it will wait for the egg. The egg will fuse with the sperm to form the zygote. Zygote forms the embryo which will attach or implant to the wall of the uterus. This process is called the implantation. After the implantation, the placenta will form. When the embryo will go to the fetus or develop to the fetus, then there is a rope-like structures will develop between the placenta and the fetus, and that is called the umbilical cord. And this all, suppose one condition I will tell you, suppose the egg will develop from the ovary and it is not fertilized by the sperm, what will happen? Because I told now, by giving the school examples, the uterus become get ready, they will degenerate, they will shedding up, means coming outside. The with the egg, the blood with the tissues, they will come outside, which is called the menstruation cycle. If the egg will fertile by the sperm, then the embryo will form, which is developed into the fetus, and the completely fetus will deliver. If it is not fertilized, then menstruation will cycle will continue up to 3 to 5 days, the bleeding with the tissue and the blood. I hope you clear about the concept of the implantation and fertilization, and thank you for watching my video.